remember that game when you had 3 picks, bro.
Well, I know you was mad as hell, but you tell me I got 3 picks in the playoffs and we don't win that,
And we still lost.
Yo, this is Pat Sertan.
And I'm Terrion Arnold.
And this is Close on Sundays, a Wave original presented by Robinhood. All right, TA, going to keep it short before we jump into our guests. What's the word? How we doing? I see you're really in your content creator bag now. What's going on, my boy?
Rehabbing, man. First day out on the field was a couple days ago. Feeling good. Just beating the odds. Way ahead of recovery right now. Way ahead of schedule. Give all the praise to God. I mean, you see me in my content creator bag, but
see. You was late to a workout?
Nah, I wasn't late to a workout, bro. He was capping.
Okay.
Yeah, you know he did it for the views.
He did it for the
views. But yeah, just trying to explore new things, and my goal for real, just with boxing and stuff, like just hand-eye coordination and just building my shoulders up and just really making my body durable. But yeah, as far as being in my content creator bag, I'm just being me, bro. I don't really call it being in my content creator bag. I just call it just being TA. My life is a movie, and I just enjoy living every day, bro. And I live every day like it's my last.
Every day a new script.
Every day a new script.
Shout out to Meek Mill.
Every day a new script. TA just took a trip. Pat, who is the biggest artist to come out of Florida?
The biggest artist ever?
Yeah, ever.
Rick Ross, but Rick Ross not from Florida, though. I just learned that. He's not from Florida. That's who I thought. But
you want one more try? Because I'm going to tell you who I said, and I think you're going to agree with me.
Kodak?
Somebody said Rod Wave. I'm going to tell you who I said.
Flo Rida?
No. You ready?
Yeah.
T-Pain.
Oh, T-Pain. Tally. He a Tally boy.
Tally.
He is a Tally boy.
Yeah.
He might be, for real, yeah.
I'm saying that's a good question. Who is the biggest artist to come out of Florida? I think it's T-Pain.
Yeah, T-Pain had a run. Early 2000s.
Yeah. I ain't no.
Yeah, T-Pain, all that auto-tune, man.
Yeah, man.
I forgot you from Tally. Real legend. Close on Sundays. Today we got a special guest, man. The real one. Broward County legend in the building. Been battle-tested in this league already. My childhood friend, Asante Samuel Jr. Asante, what it do, my boy? How you feeling?
What's good, fam? You know, happy to be on here, Close on Sunday. You know, talking to y'all boys, chopping it up with y'all, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So let's go ahead and kick it off. We got a lot to get into. We got a very special guest, like Pat said. Let's go ahead and start right in LA, man. You're killing it for the Chargers. 47 starts in 50 games. 3 picks in your first playoff game ever. What was what was life like for you at the time?
It was amazing, you know, just getting drafted to the team, you know. They sticking it out with me. I started all my years I was there. It was amazing, you know, good coaching staff, you know, built a lot of great relationships with the team, with the coaching, and the owners, just the city and all, you know. And just football-wise, you know, I felt like I came into a good situation for me. Had some good vets in the room. Had Derwin James, as soon as I got to LA, he kind of like took me under his wing, and I appreciate that boy for that, you know. Real solid one, you know, and had a lot of good memories in LA, you know. Wish I could have made some more plays, but you know how that go as a competitor, you know, feel like you can make every play when you're out there.
Yeah.
For real.
So, boom, obviously, you know, you're just getting back into the groove of things. You know, you had a minor setback, a little injury happened, but now you're back in the flow of things, man. If you care to explain to the viewers what happened, what transpired, and just give it a rundown on your journey so far from that then and there.
Yeah, it's something I've been dealing with for a long period of time, you know. Kind of happened like my 4th year, going into contract year, right before, 2 days before the first game. Like, you know, we got helmets on, just fast Friday type of practice, you know, and me and the defender collided with each other, and I kind of like, it just felt weird. It ain't felt right, so I collided with him. But I ended up practicing the next day. I ended up playing 4 games, you know, and just had to wear. I was wearing a neck brace. People didn't even know at the time. Like my 4th year, I was wearing a neck brace 4 games at corner. So imagine you at corner with a neck brace. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try you anyway.
Hey, but then it's like, they don't really, nobody don't care about that. They don't care about what we got going on. They don't know what we got going on too. And I ain't wanted to be public, like, so people like already just, you know how it is, like. So yeah, I mean, I played 4 games and then I hurt it again in practice. So I didn't really get hurt in the game. So that's why I just kind of like, it's kind of weird because I didn't get hurt in the game. I got hurt in practice. And then after that time in practice, I went and got some MRI and imaging, and they kind of like shut me down from the charter standpoint. Like they wasn't like with that. So I was going back and forth. Like I didn't really want to get the surgery. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why it took so long for me to get it. I got hurt in like October. I ended up getting the surgery in April of the next following season. So I'm like, I kind of just waited. I took my time. I wasn't really tripping. Like it was already contract year, everything. Like it was already. So I'm just like taking my time with everything. And I ended up getting the surgery. Dr. Concool, he's in Pittsburgh. He the Pittsburgh neurosurgeon guy, and he got good reviews. I did my research on all the people he did, and I'm glad I went to him. And I'm thankful for him and his staff. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to Trey Smith, my agent, he stuck it with me, left if it would have went right or went wrong, like, not the surgery, I'm saying, like, if I would have decided, what I want to do. So he was, I respect him for that, Trey Smith. And I feel like I had to go through some, everything was kind of smooth throughout my NFL career. So I feel like, something that, I mean, you don't have to go through something, but sometimes, like, it just happens like that. And I feel like, I ain't going to question God.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, with me dealing with my injury, like I could kind of put myself in your shoes, but what would you say is like the toughest thing that you had to get through, not necessarily dealing with the injury, whether that's just, watching how people talking about you or people kind of forgetting what type of player you was, and like how has that changed and like impacted your life and built you into like being a better person now?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's why I say it was kind of, I feel like God made me sit down for a reason and just see that, like, going October, I when I'm not playing, so I'm checking Twitter. I need to stop that, though. I always just check Twitter after the games and checking Twitter. I got to stop that, but that's just me, like, and I like to prove people wrong, so, like, they gonna say bad stuff on Twitter, so I used to always see, like, oh, you got benched, oh, you suck, you all this, but they didn't really know what was going on. I'm dealing with a neck injury, so it's like, and the fans, the fans get crazy. Like once they feel the type of way, they get crazy. So like, just dealing with that and dealing with the family and the family was cool. They were behind me with regardless, but it's just like it's just a big turn. Like one minute you playing football on the high and everything's all good. Next minute you can't play, even if you wanted to play. And this is what you've been doing. I've been playing football since I was 5. So I've been doing this year in, year out, 20 years straight, 21 years straight. It was definitely a big change. So I had to adapt to that and it just opened my eyes to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thankful for that, I'm thankful for that, just going through that. And it made me closer with people that I need to be close with.
Yeah.
So boom, you get through that. Then just a few weeks after being cleared, you join the Steelers. You catch a pick against the Dolphins. Take me into that moment after everything, the surgery, the rehab, the doubt, the questions. You catch that interception. What was racing through your mind?
I'm like, shit. It felt like a movie when I caught it.
Yeah.
First, because you got to think about it. We from Broward, we from Florida. Monday night, we playing against Miami. So I know everybody watching,
Facts.
And then this is my first game back, Monday night, the only game on TV. So I know everybody watching. And then I do it. It was like a weight off my shoulders. Like all the doubts, all the naysayers, everything that people got to say negative and stuff like that. I just remember that. Not remember that, but like I just love proving people wrong. So like once I did that, it like I was proud of myself. Like I was just proud of myself. Like after everything I've been through, like since October. And it's down to a full year. Well, it was a full year in a month. Just going through that, not playing football and then coming back doing that.
Yeah.
It meant the world, especially against the Dolphins too. I ain't gonna care. That would made it like.
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that game, boy. I was like, yeah, he locked in, boy. Every play, I'm like, because I seen like Zant, we go way back. And I'm like, a few plays, I was like, man, you better not throw over there. And he kept on throwing over there. Then he got on one. I'm like, yeah, it's up there. So, yeah, bro, that's quite the comeback story for real, bro. for sure.
Appreciate that,
Salute
bro.
to you, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You keep talking about like proving people wrong. What do you think that comes from? Like obviously we all know playing football when we was young, being doubted, being motivated. But like what does that like fuel come from like your personal experience of growing up?
I feel like for me, honestly, because I always been kind of like the smallest or like the shortest. I never been just you know what I'm saying, like. So I always feel like I had a chip on my shoulder to prove that like I'm supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, like just my side. They always used to say I'm too small or not strong enough or too slow or just anything. They used to say something just, but you know, I just like proving people wrong and that. They always had something to say. I remember my coach, my little league coach going into high school. He like, I'm told I'm going to St. Thomas. He was like, oh, you'll never play there. And I always just come in my head sometimes like, this is my coach that's coaching me in little league, and you telling me I won't even play at my high school. Like,
so now you're in Pittsburgh, going out on Sundays with Aaron Rodgers. What is it like playing with a guy like that? Like, do you have any stories about him that stand out to you?
well, you know, I got this kind of late, but you know, just going against him in practice is like, damn, I see why he is who he is, you know, and he's not like how everybody make him seem, like, you know, they try to make him seem or portray him a certain way, but he cool down to earth. He even gave me a jersey. He told me right before the Miami game, I say, because we was in practice like a couple days before. I'm like, bro, let me get a jersey. He like, you catch a pick, I got you. So I caught a pick. So I went to the sideline, I'm looking for you. Hey, boy. Hey, I need that Aaron Rodgers jersey. What?
Yeah.
I need that. So I respect him though, and he, you know, he a team player.
What would you say your biggest goal is going into the next season?
I told myself I try not to set goals after the game where I caught 3 interceptions. Cause I told myself, I'm like, nah, I'm not finna limit myself no more, because the sky's the limit. Like, so you can't. I feel like me, I just don't limit myself with certain things like that. I try to maximize every game, and then at the end, I see what I did. I know I gave my all for each and every week.
Well, you feel like there's more to improve on in your game, knowing where you're at right now?
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, I feel like there's always going to be room for improvement, you know. I feel like I always been a mental type of player, like always staying ahead of like what's going to happen the next play or what they trying to attack in certain coverages, or like me as a player, just try to get a little edge with mental, like, you know what I'm saying? I learned that from like just a lot of players. I ain't going to say one specific player, but I remember Chris Harris, like he was on his like 12, 13 years, something like that, playing nickel. You know, nickel kind of like...
Yeah.
That
shit real.
Hey, brother.
You gotta know everything, boy.
Everything.
And he running with Tyreek Hill at Kansas City, Tyreek Hill. I'm like, hey, yeah. So he doing what he supposed to do, but he just kind of like mentally prepared for that. Derwin too, I feel like just the whole, like, now I said I have some good vets just, you know, showing me like, you know, the ropes a little bit.
I mean, y'all know, like I said before, me and Zon, we go way back, man. So let's take it back. I actually have something you might laugh at. Show the photo, Tell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Real throwback, man. Shout out to Blaze, man. What Blaze at?
L Blaze, Prime.
Oh yeah, he doing NASCAR right now.
Yeah, he doing NASCAR.
Yeah, that was
Shout out L, bro. L Blaze, man. I think we got one more picture though.
Oh, hey, I remember this day too. That was real throwback. Mike, man, where Mike at, man?
Man. Shout out Cuzzo Mike in the building. Benny.
BJ.
Yeah, BJ.
Yeah.
I think this was. I think we went to Western Field, bro.
And just worked out.
Yeah, we was out in my crib. Then boom, we hit Western Field. Got a little workout in, bro. Y'all don't know what we used to do back in the day, man. You know what I mean? This shit don't happen by luck, dog.
We been grinding, found out what I'm saying. Like, it's natural.
Yeah.
What them workouts was like?
I don't even remember. I ain't gonna lie. I know we probably was doing something like competition, like releases or something like that, or breaks.
Releases, ladder drills.
Yeah, ladder.
But Zon lifting the whole weight room and shit like that. Like,
nah, I was trying to. You see, Bray? Hey, you seen that picture though? You look how tall you look compared to me. So I had to be like, hey, feel me?
Yeah.
I had to get something, dog.
Let me ask you this, Zon. So, was there ever a moment where you watched Pat and thought like, yeah, he different?
I say that since PPO, like Little League, like we already knew Pat was gonna be that boy since Little League. You know, like He played running back, ain't it?
Running back, receiver.
Yeah. Every time you used to touch the ball, you score. I'm like, hey, you can ask anybody down here, they'll be like, oh yeah, Pat been wrong. Like, so that ain't nothing new. Like, it be people that you already know, just that already, you know.
All right. This is my next question then. Based on y'all playing, who would y'all say is the best little league player that y'all ever seen?
For me,
Both of y'all.
That's tough. I probably got two. For me, I feel like for sure Sam Bruce. Cause I played with him, had a lot of headlines, and he been like just raw, like just raw athlete. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just knew he was going to the league. God rest his soul, but he knew he was going to the league. Then him, and then it's another guy, he went to St. Thomas too, but he played quarterback back then. Tyson, I don't know, but he played quarterback. They used to call him Touchdown Tyson. Because I used to play quarterback back then, so, I used to see him, I'd be like, Touchdown Tyson, you got a name like that.
Well, one thing y'all boy got them nicknames, boy. Touchdown Tyson. Boy, but that's a nickname, boy. Like,
it was like two. I got Miles Jones.
Oh yeah, Miles was that boy.
He was that boy. I'm talking about boy. He was like, he played running back, and every time he touched the ball, that motherfucker was score, bro.
Yeah.
And he was
at West Pine, ain't he?
Yeah. He was damn near bigger than everybody. And he was like just outrunning everybody, juking foes, this and that. Me and him used to go at it. Then Nashawn Wright.
Yeah.
You remember Nashawn?
Yeah. I was working out with him last year. Yeah. He was at Bonnie.
Yeah, that boy's real deal, man. Pasadena, he was something different, but
him and Cook.
Like, James. Yeah. Man, I'm like Broward football, South Florida, bro.
It was crazy.
Yeah, nah, y'all boy got that for sure. Y'all boy.
Where you from? Sure. Where you from, fam?
I'm from Tally.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, I'm from Tally, man.
Bubba, you know,
100,000. Yeah, man. You came to my city, man. You part of the reason I want to go to Florida State, though.
I like Tally, bro. I
wanted to go to Florida State, man. On my visit, man, they told my car.
No.
Yeah, they told my car, man.
No.
It was crazy. I went to school. Tag. I went to school with Tag's son, man. Willie Taggart Jr., man. I went to school. I ain't gonna lie.
I like Tag, though, as a person.
They should have gave my boy Tag one more year, bro.
You know how it gets. It's tough. I like Norvell, too, though, so it's tough. Tough.
Norvell a good. He a good dude, man. Like, Norvell, when he first got the job, I was like leaning heavy towards Bama and Florida. And like his recruiting pitch was, I haven't had a job for 24 hours. I just got hired. The first person I'm coming to see is you. We gotta make the city great again. And man, I almost felt like I was in a movie, because after that, I went on my visit to Florida State. When I went on my visit, he brought me in his office, and like, you ever been like in his office, like the head coach office, and you could see like the stadium from the office?
Mm-hmm.
So like I walked outside, and we like right there just looking down on the stadium, and he like put his hand on my back. He like, just imagine, like, everybody out here saying Arnold, like, cause my last name Arnold, and he was like, no with it, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, coach, this corny. you over here talking about Arnold, like the whole staff gonna be saying this, and like, Zon, I kid you not, bro. Watching y'all boys, like, I really, really wanted to go there, bro. Like, I was a true Florida State fan from the civil aspect of like PJ,
PJ,
Tyler Hunter. Man, everybody know Derwin. Everybody know J. Ram. People be forgetting about LaMarcus Joyner. And then people even forget about the Greg Reed. Boy, Greg Reed was that. Yeah. Like,
I still be talking to that boy. He be hitting me up.
Greg
I ain't gonna lie. That's what's up, though, bro. I ain't know you was from Tallahassee.
Yeah, man. I'm from Tally, man. I'm from Tallahassee FSU.
That's what's up. You supposed to be putting up the order again, man. I'm supposed to been know you, fam.
Man, brother, I went to Bama, brother.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
That wasn't a bad move, though.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
That wasn't a bad move, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, pitched by none but the Tide.
Nothing but the Tide, brother. Nothing but the Tide.
What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can put your sports IQ to work in real time with Robinhood prediction markets.
It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market.
You can buy or sell your positions live all game long. Use your sports knowledge in the moments that matter.
Robinhood prediction markets changes the game. It's people moving the action. So when momentum shifts, you can move with it.
I always knew the game, but never had a dynamic way to apply that knowledge. Now I can actually take part live in a market powered by people.
You're no longer just a spectator. Play by play, you decide.
Trade every play with Robinhood, now available across the U.S. Download the Robinhood app now to begin.
Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives, LLC, a registered futures commission, merchant, and swap firm.
Let's talk about you growing up in South Florida, man. You know, people like to describe it as a mecca of football, but growing up in South Florida, how did that shape you into the player you are today?
Football is the first that comes to mind when you think of sports. Like just down here, like it's just I feel like all my friends I probably knew played football, and if they didn't, they played it like not organized. They just know like everybody done played football before for sure. Like so, I feel like this is just a football state and competitive state. So it's probably I feel like it's the best state for like athletes. I'm gonna always feel like that. So
it is though. It is
no doubt.
So it's just like I feel like it was kind of like, I wouldn't say easy, but like growing up down here and then going somewhere else and seeing how they move and with football or just like camps. When I used to go to different camps and see like other states, they weren't really messing with us for real. Like we being for real. Like we always used to rip the camps and that's what I'm saying. That's why we had the Future 50, all this stuff. Like we always used to just rip the camps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of camps, my brother, I remember.
Yeah,
when I was in you already know what I'm gonna say,
the
man.
jam.
Hey, brother. Hey, speaking of camps, brother. The first Zion introduced himself to the world. That boy say,
"Hey, nah, it was so crazy though, because
that boy 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards behind, bro.
It's so crazy. He was on our SFP, 7-on-17. He was on SFP on the way back. They were talking on the bus. Oh, they better than Broward. They better than Broward. And I remember that. And I seen, bro. I'm like, hey, we finna see right now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it was just up from there. And then,
It wasn't even the jam that got me though, like, cause I'm a real football like fanatic. Like, even like the off man coverage, bro gave you like 3 rocker steps, and then he ran out and you picked it. And like I remember like even as a kid watching that, cause I played receiver. Like in high school, I'm just playing receiver. So like when I'm watching that in my head, I was thinking like, dang, bro, I'm trying to get my patience like that. Like even that was my whole thing, cause I was like a COVID baby. So them camps, we ain't have a chance to have that. Like I think I went to one camp in like 10th grade, bro. But the Rivals, the Future 50, especially like the Rivals 5-Star Challenge, like that's all you dream of. Like the Nike Open, we ain't had none of that, bro.
That's crazy.
And when Pat was out there going against St. Brown.
I got a story about Zion at the opening, bro.
What happened?
Nigga, so nah, it was funny because I was the only one that's so like boom, we going through the competition whatsoever, bro. And like I don't know if you remember, but it was like a little debrief period. And shit, I think Odell put up and all and all the niggas, like all the kids started running to Odell and Zion in the back like, the fuck y'all doing, man? Go ahead chasing another man. We trying to get where he at, man. Y'all tightening up.
Nah, for real.
And I was like, yeah, boy. I'm like, he not bullshitting either. And then
Florida.
I look back because I was about to go over there and I was like, yeah, this nigga right.
It's all respect to OBJ though. It's just like at the point, like my mindset back then, I'm like, bro,
I'm gonna be that.
Hey, yeah. I'll lock you up right now, man. What you talking about? I did one-on-ones with AB one time. We got into it. Like we did a one-on-one and he ran like a comeback. And I kind of, like you coming out the break, you kind of pulled on their jersey a little bit. So I pulled him. And he gonna cuss at me. He talking about you better not effing pull my jersey and all this. I'm like, bro, you mad because you ain't catch the ball? I don't need this, man. I'll hit it. He talking about I hit it. I jumped the gate. I hit it. I got my. I'm 1-0 versus AB. So like I'm legit too. I'm like 15, 16. Like I came back. I'm like I locked AB up. Like. Yeah. But it's all love with AB too. I seen him after that. We tied it up. So
yeah,
nah, that's real. That good work anyway. Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was in
better.
his prime too. I ain't gonna lie.
They say AB used to work out every muscle. They say he was working out his fingers, toes.
Nah, for real. I see why he was that.
So let's switch gears a bit. So as we know, it's combine week.
When y'all was at the combine, like, did y'all think like it was gonna be how it was? Cause like my whole like perspective changed at the combine. But I ain't gonna lie, after I got done, I ain't like it.
We ain't had a combine.
Oh, y'all ain't had
Yeah,
combine?
We just had a
combine.
medical. We just had a medical. Yeah.
Man, y'all got saved, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
We had
Y'all
COVID.
got saved, bro. Combine was crazy.
They talk crazy about the combine. Y'all gotta be up, and then they keep y'all up, and then wake up in the morning, and
bro. And you know the DBs on the last day. Like, I think I landed at the combine. We landed at the combine, and when we land at the combine, we get off the plane. When we get off the plane, it's a bunch of people who run up to you asking you for your autograph. And when they ask you for your autograph, they got just blank papers with Sharpie markers, and they like sign it. So then after we get there, the combine director, he's supposed to escort us to the bus. Before he escorted us to the bus, he said, "Y'all stop. I got a quick question. How many of y'all signed the autographs? If you signed the autographs, raise your hand. If you didn't, don't raise your hand." It was like me, and I think it was like Xavier Worthy who didn't raise our hands. He like, "Congratulations, y'all just passed the first test. Everybody else who signed the papers, just know your signature finna be sold right now on Amazon." And in my head, I'm just thinking like, dang, like, boy, everything really is an evaluation. Like the combine had you like, if somebody asks you, "Do you want a bag of fruit snacks?" You like, "Nah, I just eat apples. Like, I'm healthy. Like, I want some celery." And then like the medical probably was like the worst thing, bro. Like when we went to the medical, it was somebody who like he had been in there for like 17 hours, bro. Like he just started spazzing. So like every injury that you have, you got to think they want to test you for it. So like when you go in there, you got to think you with your position group and you just sitting there. And then when you sitting there, you got to think everybody like tense. Like you don't want to do nothing wrong, bro. Like everything literally feel like it's a test, bro. Like it literally feel like it's a test just to walk from your hotel to the facility. So like the first 2 days, I think I might have had like 27 formals. You know, like the formal was a 30-minute interview with the teams, bro. So when you keep going from formal to formal to formal, like you would just be like, dang. And I'll never forget, like when I walked in there with the Lions, this might have been like my 9th formal of the day. I walked in there, and you know, our coach Dan, I ain't know how tall bro was. It's like when I first walked in there, I'm like, "Man, hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, like, how you doing, coach? Like, how you doing?" And then they had like, you know how like, well, y'all don't know, but like they had you trying to memorize like all the coverages, and then they ask you a select amount of questions. So then like when I'm filling out the coverages or whatever with the Lions, just like with the Lions in particular, I ain't had no notepad or nothing. So like they like, you just gonna remember everything? I'm like, yeah, I got a photographic memory. So then, man, they asked me a question, son. It was like basically like going over the bunch concepts. He like, so if I got a stack right here and the tight end involved, what is this? Is this a bunch or is this a cluster? I'm like, man, shoot, it's a bunch. He like, man, grab your notebook, man. Go ahead and start taking notes, man. You don't know, you don't know this shit. He like, you don't know this shit.
And they still ended up coming to grab you though, so it must have been, you know.
Nah, it was crazy. Like but I can honestly say, like, even with them, when I first went in there, even when I came on my top 30 visit to the Lions, first thing when I got in the room, they're like, "Man, so what you think about your 40?" And I'm like, "Man, shoot, I went out there trying to be Superman," because I had pulled my hamstring before I ran the 40, and ain't nobody know that. So like when I went out there and ran, I'm running, man, shoot, you know, you ain't supposed to, I'm out there running off of ibuprofen, Tylenol, everything, boy. Like when I gotta say, you know how it is, like I take off and like my start, them first 20 yards, I'm feeling good. Head down, dry fade. When I pick my head up, I'm like, damn, like, but it's far. Like, I don't feel that second gear. And it was crazy because like when I crossed the finish line, I was the second person to run. And I didn't know at the combine, like after everybody run, the people clap. So after that, I just hear them clapping. And you know, like, well, y'all don't know, but at the combine, bro, you can't see the time you can't see the time the first time you run. Only the people on the TV can see the time. So you don't know the time. So when I cross the finish line, I just hear them clapping. I'm like, dang, boy, shoot, they clap. Boy, I did it, boy. Like, yeah, all right. And my agent, like the night before, Nicole, she called me. She's like, man, with your hamstring and stuff, I'm telling you, like, I don't think you should run the 40. Like, I don't think you should run. Like, you trying to go out here, and I'm like, man, Nicole, I'm gonna be real. At the end of the day, I'm gonna bet on myself. Like, in training, I've been running high 4.3s, low 4.4s. Like, I'm good. At the end of the day, that I'm gonna do what make me me. Like, I play corner. Like, at the end of the day, somebody gotta believe. Like, if nobody believe in you, you gotta believe on yourself on that island. So I'm finna go out there and run regardless. Shit, I'm telling you right now, Terrion, like, you go out here and run a 4.5, you all right. And I'm like, man, all right, you talking about all this, man, let me go to get my sleep. And then when I had crossed the finish line, I heard the people clapping. I just felt like a sign of relief. I'm like, yeah, man, I done did it. Like, I thought about it in my head. I'm like, man, let me go in and point. I know the camera on me. Like, let me go in and point. And I'm thinking, I thank God I didn't point because I got over there to my boy Kool-Aid. And I'm like, dang, how that look? Cool. Like, shh, boy, I ain't gonna lie, you was slime, boy. You look good, boy. Then it was somebody else right there. They like, yeah, boy, you was slime, boy. Man, I got a call from my agent, man, on the phone. I said, shoot, I done did it. She told me some run again. I said, what you mean run again? She told me some 4.5. 4.5? And I'm talking about, like, bro, like, when I tell you my heart dropped, bro, like, man, my heart dropped, bro. And after that, like, the craziest thing I ever witnessed in life was Nate Wiggins, bro. Like, Nate Wiggins, bro, like, you know how God just like, Nate my boy, too. Like, God just some people who were just designed to run, bro. Like, Nate ain't warm up. He ain't stretch. He ain't do nothing, bro. I kid you not. Nate got up from the bench, reached down, touched his toes, said, all right, I'm ready. Went out there, no drive phase, no nothing. If you go and watch his 40, bro, like, he probably took like 3 sets of drive phase, stood straight up. 4.28. God.
That boy ran 4.2?
That boy ran 4.2.
That boy sliding.
4.2.
Yeah, he is sliding. I like his game.
Nah, Nate that.
Yeah,
like, some people just fast, though. Like, some people just fast, bro. But yeah.
It's all good, bro. You know, you still went first, but even though you still went first. So
I be telling Pat this though, like, it just got to be a play, bro. Like, you know, even that corner, like, you might be like backside corner and like the quarterback don't see you, go out there and pick out that post ball. I just got to go out there and have me something like that. Cause I was talking to my pop about this other day. I said, man, I got to really show people like, I'm fast for real, bro. Like,
yeah,
100
I ain't gonna lie. When you take away that ball at DB, that's different. Like, I seen that pick that Pat had on that post. If you would have knocked it down, fam, it would have been like, hey, that's a hell of a play.
Well, you kicked it though?
Yeah.
But then you keep forgetting, boy, hey, that's Christian Watson in my division. Like, hey, like, Christian Watson, like, 4.2 for real.
Running. Yeah, he running.
Christian Watson, 4.2 for real.
That's man. You gotta, hey, if you want to change the game, you know what I mean? You want to see how people view you in this league, bro. You gotta make them plays, boy. That's all they look at. You're making them plays.
All they look at. Yeah. But yeah, so speaking of the 40, I got a question for both of you. I've seen people debate how real are 40 times. How much do you think they actually matter once you're in the league?
I feel like they don't really matter as much. It just matter how fast you are for real, like, in the game. Like, 40 times, like, because it's not going to be too many instances where you running straight. Like, it's either he might run a bomb, or it might be a stop and go, or a post, or it's some, or over route. Those be the hardest routes. And over routes, that's where you show your speed at.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, when everybody talk about a 40, right? Yeah. Like you said, it said initially you don't run straight ahead. You know, you cut, you juke, you know what I mean? You go east and west here and there, but like, I feel like at the same time, bro, throughout the season, the duration of the season, you're going to get hit, boy. And them legs ain't as fresh how they was during combine, boy. So that 4.2 that you ran, you on the field looking like 4.4.
4.4. Hey,
them legs get heavy, boy. It's different. I mean, you see it like year in, year out. Guys get hit, boom, that body, you know.
Deteriorate.
Yeah, so.
God forbid, boy, you done twisted your ankle, boy. You might be out there running the 4.6. Like, I think, like, my biggest thing, too, like, that let me show that when I first got to Detroit and I was guarding St. Brown. Like, you couldn't have told me St. Brown ain't run a 4.3, bro. Like, just how quick he is and how sporadic he is, like, within the first 20 yards. And, like, just the ability to separate. So, like, that let me know everything I need to know. Like, St. Brown, and then, like, honest to God, truth, probably, like, Calvin Ridley, like C-Red.
Yeah.
When I guarded C-Red, boy, you gotta think, boy, when C-Red come off the line, boy, you think C-Red run 4.2.
Head down, knees to the chest.
I'm talking about drive face to a T.
drive phase. Like that boy, like he run hurdles, man.
Man, that bitch told like this on the drive.
Hey, what they say? Hey, coach talking about some emphasize, but that boy emphasized every route like a goat. Every route like a goat.
Yeah. See, I don't like people like that. He making every route look like it's going deep.
Man, way.
Then he got the snap down with it.
Hey,
man. Now he can stop on the down.
Man, it's like that boy ran an out route on me. I said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna just come down and press, boy. I ain't even for to play with you, boy. I'm gonna just press. Like, I ain't even gonna worry about all this. I'm gonna just press, bro.
It's too much with him, boy. It's a lot of good route runners out there in the league, though. That's a lot.
Who you think the best route runner in the game is right now?
That's tough. I just set myself up for that question.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Route runner, either Justin Jefferson or like, from my experience, probably like, Keenan. I say Keenan though, cause he not fast. Like, for sure. Like, and he'll tell you he not fast. Like Pat, you win against him. He not fast, but it's just like he get open. Like he's so quick. Like he quick his releases, and he just got a good the way to sell you. Like make you think he finna do something, and he do something else, and then by the time you get out of his break, the ball in his chest already. So
yeah.
But Keenan.
When we played against Keenan Pat, he had told me, not when we played against him, but when I had seen him at the Super Bowl, we was sitting down and we was talking, chopping it up, man. And he said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Like, I be seeing y'all show, man, close on Sunday. I just want to let you know, man, like, just related the message. Like, year 5, Keenan, boy, you, Pat, nobody seeing me. I just want to let y'all know that right now. He said like, when y'all
his year 5.
He talking about him in year 5. He said, when I had played against him, man, don't get me wrong, man. He seen me kind of down the stretch, boy. He said that boy had put them hands on me, boy. He said, yeah, you got to catch me in year 5, man. You got to catch me in year 5. Like, I ain't even know.
Keenan that boy, though. I ain't gonna lie. I give him respect. I ain't gonna lie.
Keenan that. Man, Keenan, bro, he hit me with we played the Chicago Bears, man. Boy hit me with an out and up, man. I swore he was running out, bro. And then the thing about him is Keenan kind of got like some gangster to him too. Like he gonna talk to you. Like he talked to you in the game.
Don't let that light skin fool you, bro.
Yeah. He talked to you in the game. So I'm talking about he had did something, caught the ball on my teammate. He looked. He said, "You next." Like you next. Like we was talking the whole time, bro. But after that, like it was all love, bro. And like that definitely somebody like I be wishing like. If we had like retreats, like, and we could really go and get good work, like that's somebody like you would definitely want to just go out there and just, hey, let's just do releases. Like, let's just do releases. Cause he
speaking
can't
of that, what's up? I've been seeing all the commotion about we should do one at DB.
Man, you gotta talk to Pat, man. Pat be playing. That's Pat.
This ain't on me, bro. I need everybody to rally in, bro.
That's Pat, bro. That's
everybody
Pat.
rally in, bro. In Orlando, Florida, bro.
Man.
In Orlando, get a little field, get a little hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had a hotel.
It don't have to be the 4 seasons, you know? It could just be a Walt Disney Resort, but...
Man, see, here you go, bro. You trying to go to Epcot. You trying to go to Epcot. You trying to go to Epcot. Man, everybody go get it work the first day and nobody go work out the second day, bro.
See, the thing about but I feel like some DBs, though, bro, all honesty, some got, like, high egos, bro. And that's the only thing that's holding us back, bro. We just all put that ego to the side and we all come together, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that should be the showing, dog.
It would, though.
We need to do something like that, bro.
DB camp, whatever. Like
that'd be hard. Even if we did that,
I feel like we got the hardest position, fam. So we got to stick together. Like
we got to.
When I be watching football games, you know what I'm saying, like other teams, I be like, damn, I feel bad for the DB. They just did something. Yeah, I be feeling bad, bro, because it's so hard, fam. But then when you make a play, it's like you really earned that.
It's poetry. It's poetry. Yeah. I remember that game when you had 3 picks, bro. When you had 3 picks that game, I'm like, boy, that's like, I don't know, like what you could ask for. Like that was a game.
I know, bro. You was mad as hell, boy.
I was mad.
I got 3 picks. You tell me I got 3 picks in the playoffs and we don't win that bitch,
and we still lost.
And we still lost. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad, but then again, I'm like, damn, I just caught 3 books.
In the playoffs.
Damn, we just lost, bro.
And the crazy thing about it is,
telling me, like, at this point, like, he like, bro, you don't even know, bro. You could have, if we would have won, it would have just been different for my career if we would have won.
Yeah. But though, even with that, you know, the picks, you don't see even them 3 picks, like, they don't count.
Yes.
I hate that, bro. Like, how do the playoff stats don't count, bro?
That's
Like,
crazy. I never knew
crazy.
that too. I knew that too.
You ain't
That's
know that?
crazy.
Yeah, none count in the playoffs, huh?
That's crazy.
Hey, the only thing that count, what they say, Pat, the only thing that counted that game check, boy.
That game check, boy.
Win, lose, or draw, boy. I think you still get. I think the first game, I think it's 25. I think you still get them 25 racks, boy. But nah, we got to do that for sure, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. You need to text Pat.
Pat won Defensive Player of the Year, bro. You got to do it, bro.
We're gonna do it. We gonna do it,
bro. I'm telling you,
we need to have it, Pat. Look, we need to do it like this, bro. We need to have the DBs. Then we got to have some receivers, bro. And we got to do it like this. You got to think how you said everybody egos in it, bro. We got to do it with, hey, ain't no phones. Like, no phones, bro. We
no,
go out
like
here,
recording the workouts.
No recording, no nothing, bro. Like,
I feel like that'll be like, okay.
You feel me?
Because you know that it be like, bro, one-on-ones.
Bro, they find out receivers, NFL receivers and DBs, man, they gonna be like, media members gonna try to get out there.
You know that. You know that. You gonna look up. You gonna look up. It's gonna be a helicopter at the top. Somebody gonna be down like this.
I'm having a ski on, man. I don't know. You don't know who I am, bro. I'm just getting work, bro.
Yeah, good work for sure.
The matchup that we've been waiting to see again. Pat Surtain and Jamar Chase have lined it back up out here.
Nah, they was at that retreat talking about you like you were baby Jesus.
Boy, so he's just so patient.
I was like, man, that's respect, bro. That's respect.
That is
respect. That's for real, though, bro. DB hard, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
All right, Zant, let's get into some DB talk. I mean, I saw a lot of people discussing this. I don't know if you've seen it, but Deion Sanders said he doesn't recruit corners under 5'11". How you feel about that? I mean, obviously you listed at 5'10", 5'11". What do you guys think about this?
You see what I mean? Like, dang, Deion, like that's what I be saying. We just going against
that's crazy.
We already
bro.
got it stacked up on us already. But I mean, that's how he feel. You know, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I mean, it do look. I could see where he coming from. Like it look good, but sometimes, like, bro, everybody ain't like just because you big don't mean you just automatically just good. Like,
nah, yeah.
Like you could be 6'2", 6'3", but is you good? Can you move? Like, can you get the ball? Can you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should look at football players for who they is. Like, if you raw, you raw. Like, it don't matter about size. And, I mean, certain positions, like, it do help, like lineman, D lineman, and all the other stuff. But, like, DB, bro, like, I don't know. Like, that was kind of crazy, Deion. Like, I mess with Deion, though. I don't got no beef with Deion, nothing like that.
If you could play at the end of the day, bro. Like, whatever you put on film, like, the eye in the sky don't lie, bro. Like, it's telling, no matter if you 5'4", 5'7", 6'3", 6'4", like, you could play, bro. Like, none of that shit matter, dog.
That shit, like, nothing new under the sun. Darryl Green was, what, 5'9"?
All the greats was short.
Yeah, I think Darryl Green was, 5'9", 5'10", bro.
Yeah.
You could play, bro. That's that.
Yeah. No, but I ain't gonna lie, though. When I'm on Madden, it do look better. I ain't gonna count. Like, you want to, like, but, like, in real life, like, you just want a baller. Like, bro, if you a baller, like, you can't.
That's almost like the NBA, though, bro. Like, if you go and see Wemby go and dunk, you're going to be like, oh, okay. But then if you go see Ja Morant go up and do the same thing, you be like, damn. Like,
you feel me?
Yeah, so.
Both of them raw, though. Both of them raw. It's about the talent.
Yeah.
That was crazy. He probably discouraged a lot of kids with that, though.
But at the same time, I feel like Deion really is, like, people don't understand how smart he is, though. So it might have been like a recruiting strategy where he like, yeah, if you above 6 foot, boy, like, let me go ahead and get these evaluations. Right? I just want all people who's 6 foot. So I mean, I feel like,
look at like, say if I wanted to go to Colorado and I see him say that, I'm like, damn.
I ain't gonna play.
But look though, but look though. You, at the end of the day, you going into the narrative. He went out there and said that. He letting you know, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't looking for that. I ain't looking at that.
Keep it real, though.
So if I'm that kid and I'm like 5'9" in my head, I'm like, yeah, if you is recruitment, I ain't gonna lie. Since you went out here and said that, coach, you hurt my feelings, man. I need a little bit more NIL. I need a little bit more NIL for my pride, coach.
Hey, you had got some of the NIL?
Man, I caught NIL on the back end, bro. My sophomore year, I didn't catch it like recruiting. Like I caught it like my sophomore year. Mm-hmm. So like Bryce Young, Will Anderson, they was capitalizing off of it. Then like my junior year, Kool-Aid, And I caught like a little bit of it, bro. I didn't really make like a lot of NIL. Like,
So you probably got about 100.
That sound about right. Sound about right.
Nah, me and my boy J Mill, we had started a brand called LANK, man. Let a naysayer know. So like that right there, that that ended up putting an M or two.
Son, what you think that mean?
Yeah, you feel me?
What you think that mean? Let a naysayer know. In other terms, like
LANK.
Let her.
Like, I mean, look though, Zon, when you first started the show, and look, close on Sunday viewers, go back to the beginning because they go show at the beginning. When you first said the show, Zon, you was talking, you was like, you got people who doubt you, got them naysayers. I tried to tell Pat, like, that's a common word in speech, bro. Like, people use that word, like, they use that dialect, bro.
Facts. But when he said it, then it reminded me.
But look, see, Zon, look, Zon, that's his perspective. If he didn't tell you that, you wouldn't have thought of that, bro. You wouldn't have thought of that. It would have came to you later on. Like, you'd be like, man, LANK, boy, I'm letting them know, boy. It would have came to you later. If that's what Pat wanted to be, by all means, it could be that to Pat.
That's what it mean to me. I know.
That's what it mean to you.
I know y'all boys keeping it corporate, but like at the same time,
brother, it means naysayer.
I know it means naysayer. All right, there's an old video of Coach Saban going around where he said backpedaling is the most overrated thing in playing secondary. I want to know, both of y'all, where y'all stand on this. Do y'all backpedal, or you think he's tripping? Like,
my viewpoint on that is, number one, he said half turn, but Pat can, like, he could justify this. When you under Coach Saban tutelage and he's teaching you, all he talks about is scooch, the scooch technique. So
and we press
that right there,
we press bail and everything.
Yeah, we press bail, and what he say, Pat? If it's two receivers on, then we gonna bail early, 2 to 3 yards before the snap. So that right there, I see where he coming from, because I mean, even guys like Richard Sherman, you know, that half-turn position, that cover 3, that convert the man. I see where he coming from, but my whole thing is, in today's game, and I'm with my coach, bro. I'm Coach Saban, man. I wouldn't be who I am without him. I'm with my coach, but nowadays, you know, you got receivers who, once they get in your blind spot, they ain't just running outs. They run out and up 6, or they gonna run that out and then whip it back in. So if you want to get in that half-turn position, brother, and you feel comfortable, by all means, it just depends on the type of player you is. But I feel comfortable backpedaling. I do.
I see where he coming from, though. I feel like it's with certain coverages. I feel like with like cover 4, cover 3, I feel like those type. But like in man, I went, because that's just opening up like any inside route. Like, I don't know. That's Nick Saban. You know, I much respect. So but at the end of the day, I don't know. I backpedal.
Yeah,
I backpedal. I T-step.
Yeah.
I
do it. Hey, whatever feel comfortable.
Exactly.
But I do use the half turn though. Like I do like to play in the half. I like to play in it because it feels like I can get out my breaks a little bit faster.
Zon, look, if y'all sending 7, bro, you gonna get in the half turn position, because you know the only thing the quarterback got is quick game. Like you gonna get in the half turn position then. Like that's simple. Go ahead, Pat.
But like I think it's a feel too. Like what you were saying, like certain coverages as well. But like guys different though. Guys feel like they need a pedal, half turn, scooch. But I feel like when you're in the league for a certain amount of time, bro, you know what route's coming. You know what split's there, and you feel like, okay, if he's over split, if he's like +2 outside of numbers, I'm sitting inside. I'm squatting on digs, slants, everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Then once he passed that yard mark, I'm backpedaling. You know what I mean? And tagging his near hip. So it's about to feel like sometimes if I know, like if I'm looking at a formation, I know a certain route coming, I might scooch a little bit. Then I could tell just by receiver, like he'll rise up a little bit and sit down.
You know you're finna sit down.
Yeah. Then I'm like, I think it's just a feel to it. But some naturally just like the backpedal, and they could break easy out of that. So
then I feel like it's with who you going against too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes you might have to open up a little bit faster with certain people, and some people you might not even open up until they run into you. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna make you gotta run the bomb. If you ain't running the bomb, you ain't running nothing else.
But to wrap it up, rapid fire, hardest player you ever had to guard, bro.
Hardest player. I gotta go D. Adams. I followed that boy my second year. We went at it though. I got a book. We went at it. But we went at it for sure. We for sure went at it.
All right, so I got one more. Every time, we end the episode, we like to ask our guests what's they why, who they do it for. Shout out to my dog TA for the inspiration. So,
play the theatric music behind his answer, y'all.
So to wrap it up, man, what's your why? What's your motivation behind everything? Who you do it for, my guy?
My why, my love for the game, my family, to everybody that supported me on my journey, like in life and football, you know what I'm saying? Like just show appreciation to everybody, what I can and what I can't do. And my motivation, just like I said, like to prove people wrong. I like to I told myself, and everywhere I go, I try to stamp myself, like meaning like high school, like I try to stamp my name and like I got like a picture like on the wall. I try to be on the wall like every place I go. So I got a picture on the wall. Then I went to Florida State. They put me on the wall. So I kind of like try to stamp myself, like charge, NFL kind of different, but like I just try to stamp myself like everywhere I go and leave an impression like they know, oh yeah, Zunt, he was like that. Even though, whatever happened, he was like that. And good person, real person, genuine. Ain't, I be out the way too. I be chilling. I be out the way, man. But other than that, and I like to see like the youth, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the youth, I gotta do better with like tapping in with the youth a little bit more. I feel like I've been distant from. I feel like, because seeing an NFL player when you in middle school or elementary school, that probably would have been like, meant the world. Mm-hmm. Like, it's different. Like me and Pat, like our old boys are in the NFL, but like you still see somebody like Michael Vick or like, you know what I'm saying? Like just anybody. Like damn, like it's a real person. I can touch him right now. Like so, I feel like got to get closer to the youth, just being like just little leagues or camps and just you know what I'm saying, just doing anything, getting the community a little bit more.
It's real, Tay. That's real, Zont.
Big inspiration, my guy. But Zont, man, sure. We appreciate you, my dog, hopping on the show. Much love, much respect. I'm rooting for you. Just keep on going, my boy. You know it.
Hey, yeah, send me a jersey, bro.
You gotta send me a jersey. I got a jersey right now for you. What you need? I got a lot of charges though. I don't got too many still. I got that in November.
It's all good, brother. Just send me whatever you feel comfortable sending me, brother.
Yeah. I got you. I
think I got your jersey. I think did we exchange, huh?
Yeah, we exchanged.
Yeah, Pat still ain't sent me a jersey. Pat
it's
waited
on the way, brother. It's on the way, brother. Don't
Pat,
worry.
you been telling me the jersey was on the way since we first started the show, bro.
But it's gonna be a special one, cuz I got you.
So what, you gonna send me the jersey on my birthday?
I got you, cuz.
All right, brother.
Yep.
All right, brother.
Nah, keep doing y'all thing though, bro. Respect y'all boys on and off the field. What y'all doing right now? Close on Sundays.
Respect,
and on
bro.
the field too. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like I say, DB hard, bro. So I salute every DB out there, doing their thing.
Respect, my brother.
That's all we got, folks. Shout out to Asante Samuel Jr. for joining us today. Another great episode. Appreciate y'all rocking with us here on Close on Sundays, a Wave original presented by Robinhood.
Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe on Spotify and Apple.